Hey, welcome to Lakeside Tarot. My name is Tara. Thank you for joining me for today's reading. This reading is going to be for the collective. It may or may not resonate with you. Please use your own discernment to decide what is and what is not for you. Today is Tuesday, August 12th. All right, let's hop right in, see what's going on. What does the collective need to know? We've got 1111, Twin Flame, Runner, Chaser, Divine Timing. All right, so some of you are dealing with a twin flame connection here. You know what I'm getting is discarding certain things here. This is two people who are getting rid of certain things in their life, purging. All right, it's like a goodbye to the past, kind of. Childish, immature, argumentative, playing the victim. And then we've got guidance, faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. We've got three cards that flew over 1111. I'm going to take those to see what they are. We got reconciliation, harmony, resolving issues, and getting back together. All right, let's see what these three cards are. Planning, text, phone call, meeting up, hurting, crying, depressed, pain and sorrow, contemplation, unsure, choices, decisions, yes, no. Okay. And these are those three cards. So I don't know, maybe you had a choice here with we've got the month of January out here. Something could have happened in January. Someone may have reached out to you in January. Someone's definitely playing the victim in a situation here. All right. Sad over a choice that you have, or sad over a choice that somebody else has. All right, let's keep going. What is this? Third wheel. Yep, there's a third person here. Loss. Right? Someone's doing some kind of magic here. Who's this third wheel? Legal issues. King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. So you got a King of Swords here that's a third wheel in a situation. All right, this is definitely a masculine energy. I know some people don't want to hear this, and I'll tell you why. The way I notice, I have very few followers on this page, and that's okay with me because I'm not here to, feed you some kind of fantasy or illusion about somebody from your past that is not for you. Okay, the whole purpose here is growth, and lying to yourself and trying to convince yourself that somebody who's been juggling you and treating you like shit is the person for you. That, I'm not going to tell you that, yeah, you should stick around for this person. Okay. There's been times during this journey that it's looked like maybe this person's going to turn a new leaf. Maybe this person's going to make some changes. Be honest with yourself. How many months, how many years has gone by? How much work have you put into the healing from that relationship? Do you actually want to go back to that? Is that somebody that you would actually trust? Okay. So anyways, I'm saying that because I notice I'll gain one follower and then I lose a follower, right? Because it's like they might want to hear it that day, and then the next day they're right back in denial again. And that's fine. Everybody's on different parts of their journey. Everybody's got to deal with what they need to deal with. But the fact of the matter is, there's somebody from your past, a King of Swords. This would have been somebody who's very brutal with their words, cutting, cunning, someone who likes to watch what you're doing. Could even have feminine energy sitting here watching what you're doing. This could be somebody who's done illegal stuff. Right? And they could be getting trapped in their own trap here because they're, they're not able to penetrate your new beginning, your union, your future that you've worked for, that you've healed for. So anyways, that's who's sitting here watching this situation. They're upset. You and your masculine have thrown this away, gotten rid of this person. This person's no longer a third wheel, okay? There's no more in the middle here. There's no more pretending that we're friends or pretending that there's gonna, we're happy colleagues and working together with each other, or whatever it is, or that maybe I'm gonna come back and steal your girl kind of thing. It's not. It's done. It's done and over with. This person's very upset. They are sorrowful. They're probably in regret. Okay, especially if this was somebody who was a romantic interest in the past. They are regretful. Okay, they're feeling this loss. Let's get these back out. You've got reservation, real estate in the reverse, eternal love. So this is somebody they're jealous, okay? This is coming out to clarify childish, immature, argumentative, playing the victim. This is somebody who's jealous over your relationship with somebody else, over a union that you have, over the fact that there's a masculine energy who is holding space for you, who is in this, who's loyal to you. With this real estate in the reverse, I'm getting that this is a couple here, okay? They wanted their image to remain in the upright. That's what they were hoping for, right? That's why they were acting childish. That's why they were playing the victim, because this is who they really are. They're not good people. They have the potential to be good people, of course. Everybody does. But these are people who have made some pretty crappy choices and not taken any ownership over those choices. Yeah, they're trying to act friendly. It's a lie. They're not. What else? Okay, and luck. This is coming out to clarify guidance, faith, healing, intuition, and dreams. See how this hand is picking this entire road up? It's so that it can move it, get off of this path and get onto this path. When I first saw this card, the first card out, and it says Twin Flame, Runner, Chaser, Divine Timing, could mean a million different things, okay, if you know anything about the Twin Flame dynamic. The first thing I got here is these are two people on a team. They're standing together, discarding, throwing shit into the fire. What are they throwing into the fire? This path. That includes somebody who's a liar, somebody who's argumentative, childish, playing the victim. You can't stay on that path. That's not the path to union, okay? Maybe the two of you were hoping that, like, hey, maybe things can be cordial with this person. Maybe there can be, a friendship here, or, a healthy association or whatever. But it's not possible. This person's made it impossible. Robbery. They tried to steal this reconciliation here. Okay, something to do with the computer. He's holding a computer in his hands. All right, this person may not say anything out loud, okay, with the mask being over his mouth. Maybe they don't use words, but this is like keyboard bully kind of shit. They have caused disharmony in a union. That's why this person has to be discarded, because they're interfering. They're making it impossible for two people to come together in a harmonious union, which is what this is designed to be. They're angry. Okay? You have an angry King of Swords because you're reconciling with somebody who they were trying to deliberately keep you away from. Let's keep going. Oh my goodness. What else? push-pull, power struggles, imbalance, stubborn, controversy, drama, scandal, truth coming out. Someone's mad because the truth is coming out. They're being exposed. They didn't want that to happen. 8 of Pentacles. This could be at work. Okay. Someone's getting exposed for the King of Swords that they are. 7 of Swords for their deceptive, sneaky behavior. All right. Let's keep going. We've got sold, moving, physical, location change. You could have moved away from this person in the past. You could be moving now. You could be moving in the future, but this is coming out in the past position. Entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings. And we've got lockdown, mental prison, confined. Bottom of the deck, gossip, petty, jealousy, envy. This person got a lot of other people involved in this situation. It's a very cruel individual. Alpha draconians, corrupt, unethical cults. That's what you were dealing with here. So this person is corrupt. They're unethical, and they could be part of a cult or whatever it is here. You know, yeah, collaboration, meetings, community with Galactic Federation at the bottom of the deck. I don't know what the actual definition is of a cult, but I should look it up. Maybe you should look it up, because I'm very much a believer in knowing the definition of a word before using it out of context or interpreting it out of context. So anyways, there's something here about a collaboration toward that is an unethical collaboration, a corrupt collaboration. This is something that you got away from. Air element, philosophy, discrimination, empathy. There's something here about these people trying to stop you from birthing something. Like they wanted you to drop the ball. They wanted to take the wind out of your sails. Lyran, strength, courage, bravery. Yeah. I mean, they just don't like your power. They don't like your influence. And they probably don't like the fact that you are not corrupt or unethical. And they know this about you. Okay? Because these are people who work in a group to do corrupt things, to do unethical things. That's like their lifestyle. So if you are not that, you're an enemy to them, period. So, you know, you're a target. They don't want you up, like, showing up in the world because you may speak out on this kind of stuff, or you certainly disagree with it. They're not your people. We've got nagas, lovers, erotica, sensuality. I can't show this one because he's literally playing with our nipple there. Oh man. Anunnaki, controlling, drama, conflict of interest. Yeah, there's 2 masculine energies here. It's like red and blue, Democratic, Republican. It's politics, it's political. Okay, I'm not saying one's Democratic and one's Republican. What I'm saying is they're opposing. They're not, I said you're not on this person's side. You're not the same people. It's very drastically different thought processes. There's one side here that's willing to and open to take another person's, so like if there's opposing sides here, one of these sides here is more open to the idea of integrating thought processes. Not, in other words, they're not going to take the unethical parts of it or the corrupt parts of it, but maybe this group or this cult or whatever you have going on over here has some ideas that could be useful. So there's one side, which is probably the side that you're on, and the masculine that you're connecting with, where you're open to the idea of integrating these ideas. The other side doesn't want that. They want control. They want control, and they want to continue to do things in an unethical manner. And they know that that's not going to be accepted. That portion of it will not be accepted. And they don't like that. So they won't come together with you, because if they did that, then they would have to give up certain parts of what they do. This could be related to sex in some way. It doesn't have to be, but it could. Yeah, reptilians, predator, survival, tyrannical. I mean, it's dark. It's very dark. This is to clarify gossip, petty, jealousy, envy. They don't like it. Fire element, warrior, passion, fearlessness. They wanted to burn you at the stake because of your morality, because of your ethics, because you refuse to be part of a cult. It'd be scary if you could actually see these people's souls. There was a who, I think it was a Stephen King book, maybe. I had started reading it and I never finished it, but the person in the book, like the main character, could see people's souls. That's scary, the idea of that, like that you wouldn't see these people walking around as humans, but you would actually see like the spikes coming off of them, these long yellow nails, this green skin. It's wild. There's something here about camouflage as well, like with the reptilians being able to change appearance in order to get what they want, kind of thing. So like you wouldn't see, even if it's not as literal as seeing this person's soul like as a reptile, but even like their character seeping through, this person's able to camouflage their character to get what they want. There's something to do with eye contact as well. All right. So this person could either use or not use eye contact based on what they're trying to get. There's something here about you breaking generational curses that really upsets this person. Okay. And they're also they're bothered by your integrity, and they're bothered by the fact that you don't trust them. It's funny. Like, why would they be bothered by that when they're reptilian? Like, they're corrupt. Why would you trust them? Cricket, silence, non-action. This is someone you're not talking to. Verge, about to reveal, confess. Magnetic, unexplainable pull, can't resist. Timing factor, angry or rage. So anyways, your person wants to talk to you about coming into union, but they're probably holding off because they've got a reptilian on their ass. Or on yours. Yeah, enemy came flying out. Oh man, strong affection, comfort, hearing from them, watch your back. Friends at the bottom of the deck. Yep. This reading is as clear as day. That's why I said I don't care if the, you're either here to hear the truth because this is what it is. It's so blatantly obvious. Or if you don't want to hear it, then, sign off. Watch someone else. Love, safety, comfort, call, hearing from them, enemy, watch your back. Bottom of the deck, friends. This is somebody who was trying to pose as a friend. They're not a friend. They're a reptilian, corrupt, unethical leader of a cult. Main female. Lovers. And then we got toil and labor at the bottom of the deck. Expectation, privileged lady, thief, official person. So there's some kind of karmic feminine here that tried to steal a masculine. All right. Which I think that's come out quite a bit. Message of concern. Poverty. Unexpected income. Despair. They wanted something from a masculine. I don't even know that it was courthouse. Adjudication. Unexpected income, sudden wealth, community. I don't know. Maybe they were trying to take you to court. It could have been that. Like a karmic couple could have been trying to take you to court. And like looking for this masculine's assistance or help or something like that. Marriage, distant horizons, community again, message, official person, house, wealthy man, privileged lady, sudden wealth, great fortune, expectation, imprisonment. What is this distant horizons here? Somebody feels stuck. This masculine from your past feels stuck. Yeah, main male. They want to break free from this marriage that they're in. They don't want to be a part of it. I don't care what they post on social media, what they say in the public, who they, talk to, whatever. This person does not want to be in this marriage. High honor message. Occupation, thief. Yeah, someone was trying to steal your job or something like that. Yeah, I mean, you're being gifted this relationship here with this emperor. This main male could work with this, either this main male or this main female or both of them could work with your person, okay? And it was like a us or them kind of thing. I don't know. But anyways, let's keep moving. Let's keep on keeping on. We've got travel. I'm sorry. Home, foundation, important connection, bliss, happiness. So someone wants to apologize to you. Shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. Breaking point, limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace. I don't know, maybe your masculine was trying to get away from this connection because of all this going on. Worry. Fed up. Fear of abundance, happiness. Your person was very happy with you, but they weren't seeing something clearly in the past. There was something they weren't seeing clearly. They were like anxiety ridden and stuff like that. I think this has to do with like I think maybe they were worried that you would walk away from them. But instead of embracing this connection with you, they thought that you would walk away from them. So they may have ended up walking away from you to kind of protect themselves. Forgive. Sorrow. Let go. Yeah. Okay, so at the beginning of the reading, I had said when I pulled out Twin Flame that you two were both throwing something away. That's ultimately what is happening here. So if this past masculine and this karmic feminine are friends of or co-workers with your masculine's decided to get rid of that friendship, cut that association off. um it was too much for them. It was constant, it was really weighing heavily on your person's conscience. This main male or main female, or maybe a combination of both, they were like playing on your emotions and on your masculine's emotions, trying to keep the two of you apart. And it just wore you down, wore them down, maybe at different times, maybe at the same time. But with perspective and let go, it's reached that point where it's like, if I want things to work with the feminine, then I've got to, renewal, anger, acceptance, nurture. Yeah, they know they know that this person's upset, that they're mad that the two of you share chemistry, that the two of you are meant to be in a relationship with each other. Your masculine is aware that this couple or this main male or whatever, I don't know who the culprit is. As far as I know, with a lot of these readings, these two work together. But it's probably the main male more than anything that really is angry about it, because they feel like they dropped the ball with you. And now they're losing a friend on top of it. Okay. So it's like they may have acted out of retaliation, or jealousy, whatever. It was like they were acting out because of the way things were in the past with you and them. And then now they've found themselves in a situation where they've now lost another person. They lost you, and now they've lost a friend. But it's from their own doing. It's because they want to go hard on playing the victim instead of taking accountability for what they did and where they went wrong in a situation. Or just the fact that you and another grown adult are attracted to each other and want to be together, and it's not their place to try to ruin that in any way. We got dusted off. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Thief. Robbed, lost, theft, physical or emotional. Yeah, for sure. Kissing ass. So somebody may be wanting to kiss ass now because they're caught up and they've lost everything. Knight of Swords. They want to like come in and they want a clean slate. King of Pentacles. Intuitive Kev. So they could be doing this to your masculine, or they could have done this to your masculine in the past. All right. With this trying to sweep things under the rug, or they could have been lying to them about something that happened, trying to make themselves look like they're a nice person. Two of Cups, obsessed, King of Cups. Black magic. This is coming out to clarify wolf in sheep's clothing. High Priestess, Eight of Cups. Yeah, you walked away. Innocence, Three of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. You didn't do anything wrong. This person put you in a third party. You're single and abundant, and you've ascended. This person is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Could be a water sign. Or there could be a third masculine. I don't know. What is this King of Cups? Legal issues. Yeah, King of Swords. They're just coming out as the King of Cups and the King of Swords. There's maybe they're trying to act. Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, the Emperor. Queen of Swords, the High Priestess, Nine of Cups. Well, why is this person coming out as the King of Cups here? Innocence, judgment, Ten of Wands. They're carrying heavy burdens because of what they did to you. They're under judgment. The Emperor, Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the Emperor, I don't know, tried to walk away from this. Maybe they lied. It's giving that they lied to the Emperor about what happened between the two of you in the past. And then it's like they're trying to come back as the King of Cups now because of these legal issues. And because they know that you were innocent, and because they're under judgment for the lies that they told. But again, this is a wolf in sheep's clothing. They're carrying very heavy burdens. These are choices that this person made. Hidden enemy. Yeah, this is some in secrets. This person was a secret hidden enemy. You probably figured this out via intuition, via whatever the case is. Okay, this person didn't want you to know that they were an enemy. They were trying to keep it a secret. This is someone that would have smiled in your face, wore a mask around you. You never would have known that this person was a hidden enemy. This isn't someone who would outright to your face say that they were trying to destroy you in your life. The Moon, Page of Cups, Ten of Wands. And they secretly admire you. They secretly admire you, but they have no, they're very immature, very stuck in teenagers' mindset, teenagers' way of processing emotions. This is someone that probably needs therapy. They're an energy drainer. What is this kissing ass? Four of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. They want to kiss your ass because you're single, abundant, and sleeping good at night. Queen of Cups. Eight of Wands. They want to come in as this King of Cups because you're a Queen of Cups. Sorry, Queen of Cups was, I was kind of flipping. I do this sometimes to kind of get an idea. There's the Emperor again. Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, karmic connection. Yeah, I don't know. They're like, it's naivety. They're butt hurt. They did a lot. This person did a lot. They lied about you. Cock blocking. That's what their intention was. They're broke ass. Okay, this person could be losing a lot of money at bankrupt. Stalker, karmic friends, dirt digging, giving money in their head, rejected. Yeah, sorry. They got rejected by both of you. So they're trying to get into your business because both of you are ignoring them. And this person has a very twisted view of you. They're hurt. It's, this person truly does have like a love-hate feeling towards you. This is someone, like I said, probably needs therapy, probably needs to figure out how to process their emotions. Like, what is it that you're feeling? Why are you feeling this way? What is broken inside of you that you may need to address in order to figure out why you would love and hate somebody at the same time. This has something to do with them not doing shadow work, not doing the inner healing that they need to do for themselves. They've wasted a lot of time trying to ruin a connection here. No debate. You don't need to do anything to be more worthy. You are valuable regardless of your circumstances. You always have been and always will be. It is not up for debate. Okay, so this could be someone who's tried to make you feel unworthy in the past. This could be someone who would do that again today, because again, it's not someone that's done healing. And for the people who are offended by this, I'm reading the energy, the cards, what it's saying. I would tell you, if this person was healing or doing the shadow work, I try to give them credit where it's possibly due, or be honest about the way that they feel. This is a very broken individual who's tried to ruin good things for you. That's just the truth. It's the facts. I mean, as far as tarot goes, anyways, and energy, the energy hasn't changed. It's been the same thing. This is someone who needs to go inward, someone who probably owes you an apology and your person an apology. But if they're not willing to own up to that, what other option do you have? Just because you're an empath, just because you're willing to forgive, doesn't mean you have to put yourself in a situation where you are sacrificing your own emotional health, physical health, spiritual health, mental health, because somebody else won't go get help. You don't need to do that, nor does your person need to do that. This could definitely be a lesson in boundaries. Okay, yes, there is a line that needs to be drawn when it comes to who you help and how you help and where you invest your time and your energy, especially when you're an empath, because it's very easy for you to get drained. You feel all of it. 0000, limitless potential. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there's no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it's also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension, relax. Okay, so any fears you might be having, try to let go of those. Never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It's better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious. You are worthy. This is what we just went over. Okay. You do have to set boundaries. Focus on your mindset on what you can control instead of what you can't. The world is your oyster. Elevate your thought pattern so that you can attract abundance into your life. You are what you believe. Okay. So you've got to shift your focus. Don't let this person and their problems, no matter how empathetic you might be, no matter how much you might still care for this person, even at just a human level. Okay. If this is somebody who meant something to you in the past, then you may, still feel empathetic towards them in some ways. And that's okay. But it's not okay to put yourself in a situation where you're going to be harmed. This is your life's purpose. Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine life purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my actions so that I'm taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. Okay, so for some of you, you may, going through all of this, there's a purpose to it. Okay, in some way, shape, or form, you're meant to share your story, to share your lessons with other people, because you have gotten through something extremely difficult and you have something beautiful coming in. But there are other people, right? Just like people are unfollowing me because they don't want to hear what I have to say. Most likely, those are people who are still stuck back, being used, having their energy drained from them, having the veil completely over their eyes, still to the point where they're not seeing the truth, giving of themselves mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically to somebody that's doing nothing but draining them. So if you're past that and you've evolved past that and you've elevated yourself, you need to share this stuff with other people somehow, through via counseling, via art, via whatever it is, education, however it is, whatever your life purpose is, because it's different for everybody. You need to share these things. You don't have to go shoving your opinions down people's throats, but you do need to be a living example and also encourage other people to pull themselves out of these toxic situations or toxic cycles that they may be stuck in. It doesn't have to be lovers related. This could be a family relationship, a parent that's constantly sucking the life out of a child. And it could be a grown adult child. And your purpose is to, gently remind somebody else of their worth, of the fact that they are in control of making these changes, that nobody else can pull them out of it, that even when they feel like they don't have any support, God's there for them, that prayer will help. I mean, these are all these things that you've learned. Don't take that for granted. Don't let it go to waste. Don't fall back into these old cycles. Okay. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Please help me clearly see, feel, and know the divine guidance that I have asked and prayed for. Allow me to keep my ego out of the way so that your wisdom can come streaming through me for my own benefit and for those around me. All right, let's get a closing message here. What is our closing message? Internal Explorer. Card number 32. Internal Explorer. When we stop looking outside ourselves and surrender to a soft inner focus, we have access to unlimited information and resources. When we stop thinking with the glass ceiling of our intellect, we have access to multidimensional wisdom from the collective consciousness. Have you ever felt in total flow? Perhaps when speaking about something profound that you have total faith in, you have heard your words articulately unfold. At other times, when you have doubt, you must watch your words and they come out disjointed, only hinting at what you're trying to say. In my journey as an artist, I found that I was able to paint more skillfully than I imagined when I stopped thinking or tightly controlling my images into being. This was especially so when I was starting out. By getting out of my own way, I could get into a flow that felt like something else was guiding my paintbrush. This is known as flow state, and it's said to be the optimal state for higher function. When in deep flow state, it can seem as if something else is guiding me. Perhaps it is my higher self. People often ask whether I have a strong concept of what I will paint before I start. I do have a half-formed idea, but the state I find myself in when I paint allows the rest of the image to form itself. I don't try to control it too much. When I allow myself to really go there and listen to the whispers that guide the journey, it gives more soul to my pieces. These are the creations that people most resonate with, the ones that prompt a mysterious sense of remembering. I am dyslexic and do not think of myself as an author, so the prospect of writing the text for this guidebook could have been quite overwhelming. But I was guided to drop into the vibration of the card and trust the words that would flow. I reached a deeper part of myself where I somehow had access to information that was far more vast than my mind could intellectualize, the same place my visual artwork comes from. You may have read quotes about being far more amazing than you realize. There is an infinite part of us that is God, or whatever you wish to call it, and when we attune to our divine state, we really can do anything we apply ourselves to. Everything is there within you waiting for expression. You are invited to explore the state of flow. This card is also a reminder that you are an infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed to go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. Okay, I love this. So this is a call to go with the flow right now. Don't try to stay in control. This is a lot. This reading is a lot as far as, I don't know, what it seems like here is, what I'm getting off of this reading is a definitive final decision to get a third party out of the way by both the masculine and feminine so that union can come together. It's the right decision to make. I don't think it was easy for you. I don't think it was easy for your masculine, because I think you're both empathetic people who ideally would love to see harmony in a situation without um, losing parts of yourself. But this person, at least right now, has made that impossible. So there's a final decision that's been made. I think there's a conversation that's coming up, and also a commitment that's coming up too, now that this obstacle is out of the way. So I don't know what that looks like moving forward, but you're being called right now to just be in the flow. Okay, don't put too much thought into it. Relax, let your creative juices flow, let your mind wander a little bit, and take action on any ideas that might come up. At least jot them down if you're not in a place to physically take action on something right now. So anyways, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, please press the like and subscribe button. I'm so happy I've gotten on here 3 or 4 days in a row. It's been such a busy summer, and we are kind of back on a schedule again, but sports are coming right around the corner and it's going to get wild again. But anyways, I'm so happy to be on here. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you want any readings on any particular subjects, zodiac signs, whatever you want. Okay. I love y'all. I appreciate your support. I love reading your comments, and I'll see you during the next reading. Take care.